let's see what's going on between you and your person. I'm going to have a quick peek at the past, so you'll know if it's your reading, whether this energy today is for you. Okay, you made a choice. You were very much in love with this person. Okay, you could be a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. All right. I do feel in the past that you thought you could love them better. Maybe they got issues and you thought, well, if you just tried a bit harder. They crossed your boundaries in the past. Okay. You're a very sweet, kind person, by the way. And you put a lot of love. You were very, very, very forgiving. There also could have been issues around a mother or the mother's substitute figure in the past. Right, yeah. Somebody had a fear of change, okay, in the past. There was a fear of change going on. A very sort of stuck energy. There was some action that needed to be taken, not talking, not emotionalising, but actual action that wasn't taken, which caused a block in your connection, all right? You also had in the past, maybe due to a mother figure, mother substitute, but someone was restricting your options in this relationship. You were restricted. There was something you couldn't move forward, okay? You've got plans. I'm hearing you've got plans to do other stuff. It could be anything really, but you didn't get there because you were restricted. I feel that you felt used as well. Okay, that you were the only one putting the emotional effort into this relationship. But you had very deep feelings for this person. So let's carry on. Let's see what's going on with this person now. Okay, so I'll give you another shuffle. Just while I'm shuffling though, welcome back. I hope you're all okay, wherever you are. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for watching. It's really, really kind of you. The support in the comments, you know, I read all my comments. And I do send you all so much love. Okay, I really, really do. I know people say, oh, you'll get through it, you'll get over it. But when you're in the midst of it, it doesn't ever really feel like that, to be honest, does it? So I send you a big hug, okay? If you'd like a reading, just click on the title of this video. The links are in the description box. All the readings are on the website, okay? So the links will take you there. And check out the free relationship report, okay? Oh, family. There's a family here. Okay, yeah, check out that. And also, if you're new here and you want to see more content, if you wouldn't mind hitting the notification bell, that would be lovely. Thank you so much. Was your money restricted? Were you restricted by family, inheritance issues, family home, business, support? Okay, but that's what the problem was. Was your person tied to their mother? Because with the mother issues, and then you've got this card, and then you've got this one, fear of change and indecisiveness, then you're kind of looking at that scenario, really. Okay. Were you restricted by somebody else's power over where you could live or what you could do? You know, this can even speak. It's just, I'll just say it because it popped into my head. This even can speak about maybe the family not liking you or the other way around because they expected you to have a different marriage or a different relationship. Okay? Tradition that fitted in with their tradition. Yeah, there were legal issues as well that were a problem. Okay, some sort of legal issues that caused problems. There needed to be changes for your relationship to progress, but this is the call for someone today, all right? So, whoa. Your person is still in this scenario, okay? Hierophant. Gosh, yeah, Hierophant, Ten of Pentacles. Now, as a blockage, because it's blocked, because obviously your exes, as a blockage, someone didn't want their ways of doing things challenged, okay? Maybe someone wanted conformity to their way of doing things, and this restricted everything. The Hierophant is an energy of, in relationships, yeah, it means commitment, but it also means, well, you know, I like you, but I'm not going to break from the traditions, or I like you, but I'm not going to break from my family, or this is the way we've always done it. That's far too different. And it was suffocating. It was suffocating, okay? It was absolutely suffocating. Just a massive fear of change. You were stuck. You were stuck. Absolutely stuck. They're still there. They're still in that energy. If that's all you wanted to know today, there is an energy of obsessiveness with material stuff. Say, you know, when I say material stuff, we're not talking, you know, it doesn't, people sometimes think it means like a load of, it doesn't mean loads and loads of money, but it can mean anything, but it's just an obsession with it, whatever that is, whether it's their car, you know, their motorbike, I don't know, but there's just an obsession with material stuff, all right? You felt very trapped and restricted, Eight of Swords. Yeah, you had to take control of your life back. You had to escape this. It was just no good, okay? You felt cornered. You felt cornered. There's also can be an issue here of religion. You know, I'll throw it in there just in case that is for anybody, because that's the Hierophant as well. But yeah, materialism, King of Pentacles in the reverse. It was very 3D orientated, wasn't it? You just felt trapped. You loved your person, but you just felt trapped. Like whichever way you went. There's just people around you that do anything for money. All right, it wasn't your thing. And the thing is, I think your person, because they're the king, okay? So they've come up in the reverse with Pentacles. So they're either trying to keep up appearances, or this is the way we've always done it, or spending money they haven't got, or not wanting to work for it, or just generally just inertia. Nothing was happening. Nothing was moving. It was just, you were just stuck. Stuck with other people's ways of doing things. Okay? With other people's ways of doing things. Now, you're a very sensitive person, very creative person, probably spiritual person, you know, and I feel your beliefs and your philosophy on life was over here and theirs was over there, but it was really frustrating for you because your person just couldn't see it. They couldn't see it. They couldn't see it. Okay, yeah, the person was quite immature, always looking obsessed with the coin. Could be obsessed with your money, obsessed with it. Maybe the family's obsessed with it. You know, so it doesn't have to be a lot. You know, you can have hardly anything, whatever that means, but you'd still be obsessed with it or not wanting to share it. Yeah, your person, falling in the reverse. That means they're not taking any risks, they're not taking any challenges. You know, they've got a massive fear of the unknown. You know, it's almost, and it's just an analogy, you know, this is the way we've done it for 150 years and we're going to continue. And you say, well, that doesn't work, or I don't like that. Well, no, that's the way we've done it, and this is the way we're doing it. It sucked the life out of you. This connection sucked the life out of you. Because, you know, if you'd come out as Queen of Pentacles, it would have been a slightly different slant. But you're the Queen of Cups. Your energy is imagination, empathy, spirituality. You could be a healer. You could be a tarot reader. You probably see psychics. You know, you don't sit there and think, well, you know, because somebody else wrote that and this has been several hundred years, I actually have to believe it. Whereas your person or the environment they hung out in was very fixed, very conformist. But they expected you to be like that, okay? But you just couldn't do it. No, and I totally understand that. I think I would have, well, that would have driven me mad. That sort of energy would drive me bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Yeah, I have got an indication here that you were possibly willing just to let go of everything because you needed your independence back. Okay, but then the double whammy here is your person was a bit reckless. Okay, there could have been some shady stuff going on here as well. Shady stuff could just be as simple as, you know, what's yours is mine, but what's mine is mine. All right, but I feel that you, and it was, I'm hearing it was difficult for someone to get their independence back because I don't feel that this person was wanting to share as much as they should have done. Okay? Yeah. When you met your person, they came across as emotionally stable. Okay? You were really a match made in heaven on paper, and when you met them. But I feel that they're quite there's some scheming going on. I don't know, you know, it can mean dodgy deals, but some scheming, someone who will manipulate to get what they want. Okay, they will project one front, like kind, caring, family man, always someone, you know, you can sit with them for 4 hours and spurt out all your issues and problems, and, you know, they're sat there with the hankies. But in this reading today, with all these other cards, it was like it was false. I'm not saying they didn't want to be that person. I feel they did. But they're just tied to the apron strings, whatever those apron strings represent in your situation. You know, and that goes way back. That goes way back. You know, they can on a bad day. That's my way of saying, if their energy's in the negative, they can hold a grudge from 30 years ago. Or you will tell them something in confidence, and then the moment you're not doing what you're expected to do, they'll throw that in your face. Or if you want something from them, they'll throw it in your face. Okay, but I think the overall energy here is that your person just didn't change. They were too tied up with doing it the way other people had told them to do it. And, you know, like I say, that a mother or a mother substitute was probably playing some role in these events. Tower in the reverse, resisting change. It's like there's a little group and they'll do anything to preserve what they want to preserve. Even though, say you've got a circle and they're all in it, yeah? I'm just seeing a circle, they're all in it, but then everybody else can see, my God, what are you doing? You know, what on earth is going on here? And you're like, they're all nuts. And I don't always say that. I try not to, you know, because, you know, energy is just energy, but I just feel your frustration. You know, they resist change, they avert disaster. What else do they do? But then they have really unrealistic expectations of you. Anyway, right, okay. There you go. I think this is a reading, right? You weren't imagining this. What you felt and your intuition knew. Your Queen of Cups, your intuition is laser. Okay? You use it. You could read tarot. You could know what's going to happen. We all have the same intuition. Every single one of us is born with it. It's just some of us use it more, okay? Some of us tune into it more, naturally. But you knew, okay? You knew what was going on. This is a reading to confirm to you that, yeah, this is what happened. This is what happened to you. You know. Right, I'm just going to get some advice cards for you today. I don't think you want this person back. Okay, you're being asked to open your heart to other situations. I don't think you'll go back to this. Yeah, open your heart to other situations, and you're also being asked to increase your knowledge, take a course, do something different, find a mentor to teach you what your soul knows. That's a really important message because you are the Queen of Cups. This whole thing will have triggered some form of awakening in you. Okay, now when we say awakening, sometimes, you think, well, I'm supposed to have this massive download or this massive woof. It can happen, you can have Kundalini awakenings, and there's so many facets. But usually the start is you're coming home to yourself, and then you start to go into other things, okay? And I know this is for you because you really went through the mill with, let's just call it this suffocation, okay? You were like chalk and cheese in the end. Chalk and cheese. But you're being asked to increase your knowledge. You're being asked, your soul whispers to you, okay? Whispers. And also the angels of healing are with you, okay? You're being healed. This is just to tell you are protected. We've all got angels. We call them angels. See, as humans, we have to label everything. So if we didn't give it a label, we wouldn't know what it was, would we? We wouldn't be able to have a conversation. I mean, you can imagine, well, there's this thing around, you've got to have meanings, but that's the thing. Nothing has a meaning unless you give it a meaning, okay? So you are protected, your higher self, angels, your ancestors, okay? But particularly your higher self. Your higher self knows exactly. Your higher self's out of space-time. It knows exactly what's going on, okay? You do have free will. You have total free will. You create with your thoughts. Your thoughts create your feelings, your states of being. But there are occasions, and it's all linked into what you decided part of your life plan was, that the higher self or your angels or whoever you connect with will give you a big nudge, okay? And usually everything kind of collapses in some shape or form to make space for something new. And quite often this is painful. But during that pain, you do find yourself eventually. Okay? You do find yourself eventually. But always give yourself grace. You don't do it at anybody else's pace. You do it at yours. But I know there's a strength in somebody today that's been through this, and you are blessed, okay? Bottom of the deck. Take your power back. You have forgotten who you are. You're a child of the divine, so take back your power. Yeah. Because seeing the Queen of Cups, people, personalities, they're massive empaths. Empathy is great, but empathy is a blessing, but it's a curse if you haven't developed boundaries, because it will exhaust you. Trust me, it will exhaust you. Okay? When you can have empathy and compassion, but you don't feel the need to heal that person, then life becomes easier. Okay? Work on those boundaries. All right? Work on those boundaries. So I'll leave that with you. Look after yourself, okay? And take that power back. Just call it back to yourself. Just call it back. Do your self-concept work. Start with you, okay? Start with you. Let all these people, carry on with what they're doing, okay? Let them be. Just let them. Just let them. You carry on with what you take your time, your energy, and your focus on you. Spend 6 months loving yourself, okay? Playing love songs to yourself. Just doing things for you, what makes you happy. Not meeting other people's deadlines, approvals. No, pull your energy back. Get your power. Take your power back, okay? And for some of you, there's some form of knowledge that you're going to learn. You're going to be drawn to somebody who will accelerate your healing path, because you will suddenly connect all the pieces. The veil will drop and you'll be like, oh, I see. All right. Okay, I love you all. Take good care. Big hugs.